Hello, welcome back to Thanks for Cooking.
Hi.
Dirty glasses situation.
Nasty.
Yeah, we were outside tonight, so maybe they got all
They got
funky.
earth on it.
Make sure you do the things. You like and you comment and you subscribe and share it with your friends. We're at 62 subscribers on YouTube.
Ooh.
I know. We got a couple new ones. I love seeing comments on there, all the rating and all the likes. It's good.
We appreciate it.
Yes. I love how many views the reels have been getting on Instagram too.
Yes.
Yeah, they've been getting like a decent amount of interaction.
They have.
If you're crying, there's interaction. If you're crying or you're being sexy, that's when we're like, click, click, click. So what are we talking about today? We just got back from the Silvio's movie night.
Love it.
Love it. They did Back to the Future.
It's always so much fun. And I would say always so much fun. This is the second one that I think that they've actually done.
Yeah.
They started in the fall last year. They did Hocus Pocus, and they clear the parking lot, set up a big inflatable movie screen. They got their projector and the speakers, and they do their thing. And people come out, they sell their slices and their ice cream, and people bring stuff with them, and chairs and blankets. And it's just a great night. It's a lot of fun. The weather was so perfect today for it. Yeah, the weather was amazing.
I got a bowl of the scoopable cookie dough.
Oh.
I didn't ask them, but I was hoping that it was going to be warm, and it was.
It's basically just like undercooked chocolate chip cookie thrown in a bowl with ice cream on top. Like,
yeah.
Mwah,
oh my gosh, that was so good.
Yeah.
And then we got a pizza, obviously.
Had to.
It was a good night. And like a bunch of our friends came too, so that was fun.
Right.
What?
No, I was just laughing. It was like everybody there knew who we were, and I was like, I didn't know who half the people were.
I hate that. I think about that all the time. Like,
I'm really good, like if I'm interacting with people in person on a regular basis, and like I can have those interactions. But a lot of those people that we met tonight, like they've been following and interacting with our stuff because of Silvio's specifically.
Yeah.
And then it's like you got to meet them in person. So it's like they know who we are, but I think something I want people out there to understand is
we don't always know.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
I need like a username or some interaction that we've had.
This man right here still like knows people by their handle.
I exclusively know people by their handle.
No, and sometimes you graduate. Like Cincy Mom is Brandy, but like he knows that that's Brandy now.
If you are in the creator sphere with us,
if you're in the elite crew,
and I know your first name and refer to you as your first name,
then he likes you.
Then you know that like I actually give a crap.
That's so true.
If I've given you a creator nickname based off of your name, or I only refer to you as your creator name, then like as shitty as it sounds, it's like I can't be bothered to know your real name. Because I don't like it. It's a matter of like I don't interact with that person enough.
Yeah, there's plenty of people like that.
There's so many people that, but I've had, and it's not just been at Silvio's. Is I've had other encounters where I've run into people in public. Rachel, from her daughter works at Meadowlark. We ran into her at Michaela's, and she was like, "Hey," and I'm like, I have those like moments of, and I feel like it comes across really sort of like elitist and shitty, but I'm like, I need people to know that like there's 15,000 followers on my page, right? If somebody comes up to me, I cannot be expected to remember who you are right off the bat.
You normally do though, once they tell you who they are.
Once I like literally just give me your username and I'm like, boom, there, I know who you are.
If you're in the comments and you give the username, you're like, okay, I've seen you in my comments.
Because I'm also not like stalking people's pages, and a lot of the people that are out there like as a follower in social media world, they don't put their faces on their live. They share their pictures of their food.
Like
or
you
what
said,
they're
people
doing.
that are followers are just like silent followers. Like there's people, like you said, we put so much on there that they like know us to a T. But then you're like, I don't know you. Which like I don't care. Like I think it's so cool. Like I like to meet people.
Oh sure, yeah. I absolutely want to meet people. I've had people that like they'll send me the message after the fact and be like, "Oh, we were there. Like I saw you." I'm like, say something. Say something.
It's so weird though, because like we think about this all the time. We go to Meadowlark every day, and I'm like, everyone probably knows who we are.
Wasn't it?
They share our
stuff. Was like sometime last week. There was like 3 different people that were there, that were like, "Oh, Nick, we saw your stuff. We love your." And I'm like, "Okay."
I'm in sweatpants. Don't look at me.
Right. I was like, I'm not looking at my best.
It's so weird.
So now it's like I do. I feel like I've got to like shower and clean up before I go to some of these places.
That's how I felt like tonight.
I can't just like roll out.
That was tonight. Yeah. I didn't even want to shower, and I was like, no, because Silvius had actually shared my shit. And then again, we ended up meeting Tara's whole family. I'm like, okay, so I need to be dressed.
We're like trying to just like, I want you to meet the whole family. It's like the whole time.
I love it, and they all knew who you were anyway.
Yeah.
Which I love that. But it was fun. It's always a good time at Silvius.
Yeah.
They should have hot dogs though. That would be a good one. They would never, but it would be cool.
Yeah.
Slices though. Like their pizza is so good.
Yeah. Delicious.
Like you said, it's just that classic traditional pizza.
Crispy crust.
Perfect cheese to sauce ratio. Like it's just like generic's not the word, but that's what I'm trying to get across. Like it's like very plain.
unapologetically no frills.
No, that's just lame.
Whatever.
Not everything can be that.
No, but it is. It's classic. It's classic.
That's the word. It's just a classic.
It's the same reason I like their cheesesteak. You know, I don't need a seeded roll. I don't need, 100 slices of Cooper Sharp. It's
fried onions,
good.
Cooper Sharp, seeded roll. Ugh. It's so weird because the cheesesteak trend, it was like nobody really cared about cheesesteaks. Like they were just like different variations of cheesesteaks, but then everyone really lumped into this one thing. And like you said, I don't ever need to eat that. I don't really want that. I just want a cheesesteak.
I literally, like I said, I watched a reel today, and it was another one, another Philly food creator, and I love his content, but he's, like, hey, I'm with this guy, and he's making these awesome cheesesteaks. Go ahead and tell him what's in it. Ribeye, Cooper Sharp, seeded roll. No shit.
Yeah.
I could have seen that coming a mile away. And they're like hyping it up like it's going to be something different every single time. Every single time they're hyping it up like it's going to be something different.
I have two thoughts about the video you're talking about. One, his grill was very dirty. And number two, there was so much cheese on that, it looked like mush.
Right. It's meat pudding at that point.
Ever since you said that, I can't
And I just see that just sliding right through. That's the way it goes.
That's disgusting.
My lactose intolerance cannot handle the Cooper Sharp.
The 12 slices is a bit much.
12 slices was a bit much.
I always thought that Sunoco underdid it by doing 3 slices, but it's also it's reasonable.
But you have to remember, right? Like Cooper Sharp, the way that it's
slices,
it's the way that it's shaped, because it's not. I mean, I would say it's like a half of a slice of the regular square American.
I hate to mention his name, so we won't message his name. I'm sure did you watch what's his name's Iron Oven video? He doesn't deserve airtime. What? No.
Oh.
Did you?
I didn't.
Okay,
I refuse to.
That's fair. He had talked about how the cheese, the cheese was, you could really taste it because it was sliced and not shredded. And he said a lot of the cheesesteak places are using shredded and how that changes the flavor. That was weird to me. Is that possible that that's true?
I don't think that it does, and I'll say this because Cerruti's was doing shredded Cooper Sharp.
Like sprinkly?
Yeah.
Oh, theirs was great.
Yeah. I like the way that it, I feel from a cooking perspective, the shredded, it's timing wise, right? You have the Cooper Sharp slices, you got to lay them down, then they chop it in, then they melt. If it's shredded, you can kind of just sprinkle it on, mix it in, and it's small enough that in literally the sprinkle, give it a fold, throw it on the roll, it's melted and incorporated.
And you also don't need to overdo it then, because
right.
It's sprinkled on all of it and not
you're going to get a better coating, and I think that they do the extra slices.
He went on a whole diatribe about that.
I feel that the meat to cheese ratio that was at Cerruti's with the shredded cheese, and I made a few of those myself. So their cheesesteak was the best in the area. But R.I.P.
R.I.P. He sucks at social media. He just messaged me back just now before we got on saying thank you for the happy birthday message. So I was like, oh my god, they suck at social media.
Yeah, I love them to pieces.
They're great.
That was definitely a big miss for them.
But yeah, so that was tonight. But we wanted to talk today about our trip to Dutch Wonderland, because that was the most recent thing that we did.
Dutch Wonderland.
I didn't even hear that song when we were there.
Yeah, it was played.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We were all hating each other on the monorail.
That's fair. Our kids, I don't know what's going on with them. Have they chosen violence?
They're bad. They're so bad.
The switch flipped, and Addie overnight turned into the devil, more so. A
couple weeks ago.
Yeah, do you agree? There was literally a switch where she was now I'm going to be a bitch.
Yep.
And then Jason is you could say no 100 times, and he'll still antagonize her.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you can make this easier for everyone if you just stop, and they just go at it. So that whole trip, they were just going at it. I don't understand. But we did have a good time at the park. We went on the roller coaster, me and Addie, and that was fun. I can't believe I got her in line for that. Dangly foot roller coaster. She's like, I'll do it. She has tears streaming down her face. And I was like, the good news is I'm probably not going to fit. So then you won't get to do it. And then the thing went down and she goes, oh no, you fit.
From the outside. So I'm waiting.
I
couldn't believe that she went on. I was like, there's no way that she's going to do this. That she's even she's going to get to the front and chicken out. Now I go to the exit because I wanted to see the photos.
Yeah.
As I was looking at them. And I knew that there wasn't a lot of people in line. There was empty seats. So I'm like, all right, by the time I get around, I'm like, they're going to be one. So the one car empties. And then what would have been your car goes to load. So I'm standing there watching the exit door going, they're going to come out the exit door.
Yeah.
She's not doing this.
Yeah.
The exit door's shut.
And you're like, oh shit.
And the coaster takes off. And then I see the picture. And the coaster comes back in, and all I hear is you going, oh my god, you did it! And Addie's like, oh!
She was trauma crying, but proud of herself.
Right, she walks out and she's like, I did it!
That's a big girl roller coaster.
It is a big girl roller coaster. I'm very impressed that she went on that one.
Me too. Like her little legs just kicked up in that seat. She looks
right,
so cute. She looks so cute. She looked, oh my God.
Right.
It was adorable. But with the park, okay, we love Dutch Wonderland, obviously. That's one of our favorites. But they definitely had first day hiccups that were just like, I don't know, like if you, like you kept saying, like you need to put your best foot forward on opening day.
It's the one day that I expect
greatness.
All hands on deck, ready to go, full speed ahead, like top tier everything. I can excuse every other day for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But, and for me lately, like I don't want to say that I've been nitpicking on customer service, but I've definitely,
yes, you have.
no, because I've noticed that across the board, and I'm not just saying there, I'm saying literally everywhere, that sense of pride in customer service has almost diminished to nothing.
I agree.
And as somebody who spent 20 years building, plans for businesses that revolve around giving great customer service and making sure that, customer satisfaction is the number one component. And I see, especially like corporate entities
mm-hmm.
that have the financial backing and that they know that people are going to line up for it regardless, don't care. And people continue, and this is why I support the small businesses, because I get so much better customer service when it's the owners standing behind the counter, representing their own business. And I just think that for whatever reason, the big corporations have completely given up on this, and they blame the generations, and they blame this, and they blame that. Like, set your standards and stick to it.
More training too. I mean, it's
not even more training; it's better training.
Yes.
Just going, hey, whoever, it's your first night serving, it's a Friday night, great, get out on the floor, let's go. Like, that doesn't cut it.
Yeah, we so Dutch Wonderland does early access to the park if you're at the hotel. So we got there at 9:30. It was freezing out, right? It was a very cold day, which really sucked.
It was windy, which is like just not fun.
So it was a cold day. We get there and we see that they have the early access, which we didn't even really know about. And we're like, cool. So we go in and they're claiming that rides are open. I only saw the carousel going. But we walked to the back of the park because either way, I was like, let's go towards the back. There's a bunch of rides back there that we like that always have a long line. So I'm like, let's go to the cars. So it's like 9:50 and they're like, oh, we're not open till 10. Like, we're still going over training or whatever. I'm like, okay. So then it's 10 and then it's 10:15. And then like by 10:20, they get the ride going.
They were literally training the ride operators at 10 a.m., which is when the park opens.
Yeah. They were like going over stuff on a clipboard. They had their tablet and were checking stuff off. They were doing the test runs.
It wasn't just like your normal, like, oh, and if you've been a ride operator, you go to theme parks, like, that there's like the opening checklist. This was like, hey, make sure that people stop at this line and then they got to do this and then you've got to push this button to let them in.
It wasn't just us either. There was a
line of families that all said the same thing. They were like, none of the rides were open. We came back here. Everybody's waiting. So at this point, most people were waiting about 45 to 50 minutes before this ride finally opened at around 10:20-ish.
Got on it. So then we're like, cool. Now for sure the rides will be open. So the kids wanted to go on the one roller coaster. So we go that direction. It's not open yet. They haven't even gotten a ride operator yet. And then we look over at the Sky Ride, which is the next one we would have done. And they were like using power drills to like fix the siding of
they're like fixing handrails and stuff.
And then it was just so many rides were not operating or operated very late in the day. It was just, I don't know, like we've been there so many times. We've never experienced something like that. So it was just very like, it was weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
I mean, like the bigger roller coaster that they have, the bigger wooden roller coaster, we saw it like test run once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
We left the park, I think, officially around like 3:30-ish.
Something like that.
And around 4, and it still was not running.
The park closes at 5.
Park closes at 5, and I think around 4:15, their social media posted a video of that particular coaster finally open and going. It's like,
it just wasn't what I would expect from an opening day.
Yeah.
And like you had said, because I wasn't really rushing to get over there, but you were like, they might do like an opening thing. It's opening day. Like, let's get over there and get video. They didn't have like an opening. Like, I don't know. They didn't have anything.
Yeah.
I got a bucket of popcorn. It was all kernels.
All
kernels.
The bucket is, I'm going to say, it's about, 10 inches tall, and a solid 3 inches at the bottom was kernels. We got that at 11 a.m. on opening day. So they open at 10. We got this at 11, and I heard the guy, scooping them, and it's like, like you just hear the kernels going into it. And at this point, I'm just like, I'm good for the weekend. The kids are nuts. This is insane. Let's just take our kernels. Let's go get some coffee.
Kernels.
We hopped in the car. We went to Square One in Lancaster City, which is about 10 minutes away, to get some coffee because we love Square One. Those guys are awesome.
Square One is the best.
Always hits. So we were like, all right, let's go do this. Let's come back. Let's see if some more rides.
Well, hold on. So we'll go back. So Nicholas posted on his social media, just like a quick little story complaining about the rides not being open. And he was just kind of like, what's up, Dutch Wonderland? Like, why are none of the rides open? The PR girl calls me because I'm working with them to do social media.
I wasn't.
I basically got reprimanded on his behalf, but I'm kind of like, I mean, I said to her on the phone, I was like, he'll take it down, but like none of the rides are open. And I have a bucket full of kernels. And this is something that we were talking about recently a lot, is like, where do you draw the line of like, I need to do a job and promote this, but I need to be honest, like fully honest. I'm always honest, right? If someone messages me, I always tell them 100% my thoughts.
Because, and like I said, is we don't bend the truth. No. We don't lie about our experiences.
We omit.
We will omit certain negative experiences because we do see the greater picture.
For sure.
We will omit some of that information.
I mean, after the fact for Sesame, we did get a couple messages because obviously we're not working with them anymore. And some people were like, you know, you never had anything bad to say about them until after the fact. And I'm like, no, like we kind of always felt this way. Like there was plenty of times we had the best day at Sesame and plenty of times we were like, what the fuck is this theme park?
Yeah.
Like, but we always made the best of it. We're 20 minutes away from Sesame Place. So taking into account free tickets and like, we always have a good time.
I do generally look at, and I've talked about this before, where like a lot of people comment how like, there's no food that I haven't disliked. And I like everything. And some of it is like, I'm not cooking. I don't have to clean. I appreciate the food that is being put in front of me. So I feel the same way about a lot of these experiences. Yeah. It's like, I wouldn't be able to afford these experiences otherwise. And I am appreciative that we get to go. But yes, every once in a while, I am going to put something out there that's like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because it had really hit a certain point where I'm like, this is borderline unacceptable.
Yeah.
And it does, you know, it's like, at what point do we draw that line and say, no, like, this was what our full experience was. And then, you know, we have this outlet to sort of talk about it. But I think overall the most disappointing part was the communication with their PR people.
Yeah. So like we obviously stayed at the new Dutch Wonderland Inn, which to me was fine. Like it was nice. It's cute. Like you said, it's a glorified motel. Like the lobby is beautiful, right? It's really nice. They have a little cafe. The dining room, really nice arcade. They have a cute little nook where the characters come from Dutch Wonderland.
Yeah,
I thought
they
that
do
was
like
cute.
Kids activities.
I'm like, this is cute. It was clean. A lot of people that had stayed there before had commented that all the furniture and stuff was the same. I don't really care about that. Like our room was nice. The beds were comfortable. They're big. Some of it did feel like there was just like paint slapped on. Like you could get that vibe. But like if you get to stay in one of the royal suites, like it's nice in my opinion.
Yes.
But we did have breakfast vouchers for the hotel. It's a buffet breakfast. This was the first weekend they were open. Again, we understand like first day stuff, right? We understand like it's not going to be perfect, but there's some things where you're just kind of like, okay, like there's no plates at the buffet, or the buffet is completely empty, or you're serving coffee with no spoons.
These are things where like you have an assigned like food and beverage manager for the company who is spearheading all of this stuff. Yeah. And there were simple things like no bowls for the fruit bowl bar, no spoons to stir my coffee.
They had yogurt, like a yogurt.
Yeah, it's like yogurt parfait fruit thing.
With no spoon.
No bowls or spoons. We had to there was no ketchup available. We had to hunt down syrup. The second day they had syrup, but it was up at the buffet and then it was empty most of the time. They're running out. So it's like these are things that like right. There are things, and I even, you know, I had said in one of my responses back was like the ketchup specifically is they're giving ketchup in these ceramic ramekins. And I'm like, from a parent's perspective, that's a freaking hazard because I just want to be able to squirt the ketchup on their potatoes or squirt it on their eggs, do whatever they need to do, not have to worry about it going all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, not having to hunt it down either.
I just think the variety was kind of lame. I don't know. Like, again, I'm lame when it comes to breakfast, but I was missing the continental breakfast feel. Like, I like buffet food. I was happy, like, the bacon was good. But, like, sometimes I just want bagels, cereal.
And that's the thing, like, there wasn't, like, what I would consider sort of, like, the dry grains area of
there was nothing.
Breads, you know, toast. No bread. Like,
toast would be a good one. Yeah.
Like, none of that. They had, like, a bunch of, like, donuts and, like, sugary danishes and, like really, like, a lot. They had the pancakes and waffles, but there was no toast or bagels or like you said.
And the
like,
fruit was mid.
The fruit was definitely questionable.
Yeah. So once he had messaged her and we kind of like communicated our frustrations when she called me, he ended up talking to her and just kind of sending like, hey, I'm sorry for posting that, but like, here's everything we've experienced. And she kind of blew him off. She kind of was like, I'll pass this along, which to me is like, fuck you, to be honest. And then after the fact, you know, everywhere we go, I always sound like a thank you. And I was like, thank you so much for having us. We enjoyed our stay. Love the park as always, blah, blah, blah. And I said, here's our experience at the buffet on the day that we left. And I put everything there. And she said, thanks, I'll pass it along. I was like, so she's mad at us. But like, I said to him, I was like, I'll pay for tickets. I'll pay so that I can say whatever I want. Yeah. Because like, it just gets annoying. And
but again, I get that we are there as content creators. When I'm giving you very serious, like, this would be my perspective
as a paying customer. I mean, we were standing there with like 30 parents who were all bitching about how none of the rides were
season pass holders.
Yeah.
Season pass holders who were very, very upset.
And then I got another message from a girl who recognized us at the breakfast. Mm-hmm. And she's like, hey, I saw you. And I was like, oh, like, what did you think? And she said like all negative shit about the breakfast. But she liked the hotel. And I'm like, this is valuable information. And the problem that we were talking about is like, as a content creator, when we get invited to an opening, to me, like, this is a time for feedback. Or just like if we get invited to an event and they never ask us though. I've never been somewhere where they're like, oh, what did you think of this?
Yep. Nobody has ever asked for, and you know what's funny though is like, I get asked that question. I get asked for feedback more when I go to like local restaurants. I went to Daddy Pops. If you're a local person, Daddy Pops is an institution. They have the new owners purchased it a couple years ago. And she was there every step of the way. She's like, tell me, give me your experience. Like, you are a professional. You've done this. Yeah. I want your feedback on this. And we talked a little bit. And quite honestly, I had very, very little notes about anything because they really put a lot of time and effort into what they're doing. You know, I could see that thought process in every single dish that they brought out.
Yeah.
But it's just that sense of like pride in what you're doing.
Well, like you said, the owners of these small businesses want you to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, if we... Like, I don't think we've ever really complained anywhere, but if we like have like a random thing, it gets fixed immediately. And like, we're not picky. And that's the thing is like, when I messaged her, it was like, I'm not complaining about our experience. Cause like, again, we got it for free. I'm very grateful. And like the kids always have fun, which is really all I care about at the end of the day. But like you got a hot dog there and we paid for it. Cause I forgot the fucking vouchers or whatever, and like the roll was stale on day one.
It was very like, if you've ever microwaved a frozen hot dog bun and it gets like crusted on the outside and flaky, like that's exactly what it was.
It's just those little things, and you're like,
yep, it's just like the little attention to detail that to me makes a huge difference in the long run. And again, it's that whole customer service attitude about everything. The wristbands.
Oh yeah. So they gave us wristbands when we checked into the hotel, and she told me, this is verbatim what she said, these are for hotel guests, so wear them when you're walking around the hotel so we know you're a guest here. That's all she said. So then we go to the park, you go to buy a hot dog, and she's like, are you guys staying at the hotel? Do you have a wristband? And he said, yeah. And she's like, oh, you get 20% off all of your stuff, merchandise, whatever, with a wristband. And he's like, oh, I had no idea. No one told us that. Fine. So then our friend Jackie, who was also there doing media, was told that the wristband was to get into the pool. And then she found out something after the fact, that what that lady told us also wasn't true. It's only for season pass holders, not for hotel guests. So like, Jackie always says this because her page is very information based, like less about like family travel and more just like, here's what it is, like info. So she gets messages all the time where people are like, how much is this? What is this? How much, what can you get? Like all those type of questions. She's like, I had no fucking answers. And like, they don't always give answers.
Right. And that's like, I've dealt with content creators on the other side, having like run media pages. And it's like, when they come in, I want to give you as much information as possible. I want to overload you with information.
Yeah.
And I will write it all down and I will send you an email and I will make sure that you have all that information in front of you. And I feel like that's so important. I mean, like, again, we've talked about some of the brands that we have worked with, where they will send pages and pages of information to us for literally a 30-second clip. But they're like, hey, here's everything you need to know about the brand. Here's everything you need to know about our campaign.
When you get that,
here's the talking points.
We always go, fuck, this is annoying.
Right, we're like, it's a lot. But honestly, I want that over the campaigns that go, here's a product, make a reel. And then I make the reel and they go, but not that.
Not that one.
That's not what we wanted. So, well, you didn't send any content brief. You didn't give me any information.
Yeah. It gets old.
It really doesn't. I just think that it's still a cultural thing where they're like, yes, we understand that we need influencers to come and do this, and we see the value behind that, but also we don't know how to handle influencers. Because again, how many other like larger events like this have we gone to where it's very much like, oh, yeah.
Most of them. I mean, I posted the reel. I thought it was cute. I didn't talk specifically about anything in the caption other than the sale they're running for the tickets, which is a great sale. But I put like our stay in there and whatever. And I get frustrated. I mean, everyone has their own experience, so I cannot say what some people will like, what we don't like, or whatever. But like we complained about the breakfast. Not even complain. We're just like, hey, this is what we noticed at the breakfast. And again, we don't send it as a complaint. We send it as, here's some things we saw that I think would make this run smoother. And I feel like it just always comes off like we're telling them how to do their job, and they're just kind of like, shut up and take your free shit. And that's just like the vibe I got. But a bunch of the creators are like, and they have a delicious homemade breakfast, and it had such a great variety. And I'm like, that's annoying, because
it didn't, because it was brought to our attention. Like there wasn't a lot of like vegetarian options. Mm-hmm. You know, for the breakfast, the only vegan option was the fruit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it really just like,
it sucks to give feedback and then you don't feel like anybody else is on the same page, or like nobody else wants to complain. Like you said, is like some people are happy with their free shit, but like to me it's much more than that. I was talking to Em and she was like, never change how you do things, because like you're always honest.
People always say that to us. They're like, you guys are just very genuine about who you are and your experiences, and I get that. And you know, I think like my overall frustration about this weekend was, I apologize for the reel that I put up, because I understand
it wasn't even a reel. It was
a story. It was a story, and I understand their frustration about it. I had been pushed to the edge, so I was like, I need some answers. I took it down. I apologized. I explained myself in great detail, all this information, and I was met with corporate BS back that like I do not appreciate. Don't talk to me like, in that situation, it sounds elitist, but it's like, don't talk to me like I'm another guest. Because as a guest, I wouldn't want to hear that answer. Yeah. I wouldn't want that corporate BS of, well, you know, ride maintenance is ongoing. We're trying to figure things out. It's the first day. You had 3 months of off season to prepare. I've prepared many openings. I've prepared many launches. I've been there. I've done that. I've experienced that. And it's a lack of preparation on your part. And for you not to once apologize for the experience that we are being given, that we are supposed to promote, with zero apology and just a bunch of corporate backspeak, I'm checked out now.
I felt that too after I sent an email where, again, I was very gracious and grateful and was just met with, we'll pass this along. And I'm like, I don't even want a sorry, but like to not get one was kind of crazy. Like, hey, I'm sorry. Like literally, even if it was all the corporate BS of like, it's opening day and they're still figuring out the food stuff or da-da-da, we're sorry that this was your experience. But not even a sorry.
I felt so dismissed, and then I was like, well, I said that's exactly why I put up the story, is I felt dismissed from the moment we entered that park.
Yeah.
Of, oh, go over here. No, don't go over there. Go over here. No, don't go over here. You've got to go over here. Whereas like immediately upon entering, nobody knew what was going on.
It was a very unorganized day.
Yeah.
And yeah, there really wasn't as many rides open as I thought there was going to be. And like they don't have the dive shows, and we always talk about this. Like I know the ticket price was cheaper today than it is in the summer. I think it's like $10 less for the spring, but like I really want parks to like price their ticket accordingly. Well, no, because like I feel like Sesame never changes, and half of their park is shut down during the winter.
Half their park is shut down during the summertime.
I know.
They can never find enough staff. There's so many issues. Between the different companies, and this is where, the more that I've learned about the theme parks too, and I was telling somebody about this tonight. So last year, Dutch Wonderland was purchased by, I can't remember the name of the company, but it's whoever owns Dolly World, right? So they own Dolly World and a couple other parks. And Dolly World is multi-award winning every single year. They get like the best theme park in America and all this kind of stuff.
Dutch wins all the things.
Dutch does win a lot of awards. And, you know, so again, you're also, as a theme park enthusiast, you're going into with certain expectations. But I feel, and it's interesting that I feel like Dorney and Six Flags and those, all like the Cedar Fair parks, sometimes like they fall short of the awards to places like Dolly World, but our overall experiences including customer service, overall customer service has been more exceptional at those parks. And that to me is like that's like, it's not just like a this experience. That's like this is coming from the company on down type of perspective. You know, there was always been like, you can go and talk to anybody that goes to like the SeaWorld parks or Sesame Place San Diego and any of those other parks that fall under the SeaWorld category, and they're going to say they have the same complaints at every single park. So it's not just Sesame Place Philadelphia.
Sesame Place Philadelphia has like the worst reviews of life.
They have such a terrible reputation.
They really do.
I don't know, and now especially with the lawsuit coming, I'll be very curious to see A, how that plays out, and B, like knowing that this lawsuit is going to take probably a year or two to finalize whatever's going to happen there, is like, if SeaWorld is going to lose Sesame Place anyway, is that level of customer service expectation going to drop even further? Because people are like, well, I might be losing my job, this park might be closing. Like,
Sesame's such a funny
one. The threat is there right now that a lot of people have said that if the Sesame Workshop wins this lawsuit, theoretically Sesame Place Philadelphia may be no more unless a big company comes in to purchase it.
That's why everyone said we got canned from influencing.
It could be. I would love to see Cedar Fair pick up Sesame Place, actually. I think Cedar Fair could do some really great things with Sesame Place. They've done fantastic things with places like Canada's Wonderland.
Sesame Place could only improve.
Sesame Place really could only improve at this point.
It's funny because, like, I never felt like we false advertised Sesame because every time we posted, it was mostly the characters. Like, this is the parade, this is the show.
We've always said, I go for the entertainment. I go for the parade.
Yeah. We're not big ride people anyway. A lot of people complain that the rides are never open there, but like we don't ride any of them anyway.
They don't have family rides, which we've discussed before.
For sure.
You know, and that's the reason that we do like Dutch Wonderland, is Dutch Wonderland has family rides that we can all go on together and or like in pairs, whatever.
Yeah.
Where Sesame really doesn't have that. Outside of the 2 roller coasters, there are no rides in that park that are, you know, and you could make the argument for like, well, the fish, you know, some of the like the teacups and things like that, but like I'm like I get dizzy on all those rides. So like I want a Skyliner, I want like a boat, I want a Cars, you know, I want something that's a little bit more low impact because again, not all the kids can handle those rides too.
Yeah. It was just an interesting experience. Like for sure we'll go back to Dutch Wonderland.
Oh yeah.
We love it there.
We love Lancaster in general. There's so much to do.
Yeah. We were just like very underwhelmed with this trip.
Shout out to Frisco's Chicken though. That honestly made the entire trip worth it.
Oh my god. Frisco's Chicken. You want to talk about like
if you're around an area that has a Nando's, it's like that but better. If you're familiar with Nando's, oh my god, Frisco's is Peruvian chicken. They have the smoker and the charcoal in there, and it's just like the sauces, it's fucking just like
When you talk to the owner and you're just like, this is the best. What is wrong with you?
It's good chicken.
What is wrong with him? The owner, I messaged his daughter because I was talking to his daughter on in the DMs when I had arranged going out there. I got a foodie collab. This is my collab. I picked a good one.
You did?
It was freaking awesome. I was talking to her. I was like, your dad reminds me a lot of my dad. He was like so passionate about what he does.
Yep.
And he's like, he was a good one.
He loves what he does. You watch him just like interact with the guests there, and he just, like every person that walks through that door is family to him.
And he opened during COVID, and he was talking about how he knew he would succeed because his food is takeout. Yep. They do like the half pound and pound sides of like fresh vegetables and salad and baked beans and mac and cheese and stuff.
It's very much designed both for takeout and for like groups of people, right? It's so good for sharing. Very similar to like the American barbecue style, where like it's great for just throwing on a tray and sharing with friends. And it's built that way. They've even got like family meal deals now, with, like a whole chicken and size and all that. But
he was so cute because he was like, you know, I knew it was going to be takeout, but I really wanted people to eat in the restaurant. And he just was walking around talking to everybody. I was like, he's a good one.
Yeah,
that was a really good find. I love when we go to these cities, we build our little, like, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna get our chicken. We're gonna go to Decades, which is another place we went. That place is fucking epic.
So cool. The food was phenomenal. The cocktails were delicious.
We had more fun doing the other shit this weekend.
Decades I can't wait to go back to.
I won bowling. That was fun.
It's not a shocker.
The food was great.
Those balls were buttery.
Yeah, they were. The wings were so good.
The wings at Decade, the wings at both places. I've been really spoiled with wings lately. Like from the Buck Hotel and Frisco's and Silvio's.
I feel like when you go to a place like Decades, you don't think the food's going to be great. You think it's going to be like Applebee's level. Would you agree? Like,
I think that's because we've always been disappointed with bowling alley food.
Well, I don't think of it as a bowling alley. Like when you go to like a Dave and Buster's and they have food, it's just kind of like bar food.
It's always kind of like mid.
Yeah.
and
good.
they're putting a lot of work into their food, and their menus are really cool. They've always got like fun like video game themed specials going on.
Very cool.
The current one with the wing, it's Lord of the Wings instead of Lord of the Rings, which I think is.
You really had to explain that.
Maybe. But it's just like a bunch of sauces and stuff, and they have like a thing that it comes on. And we didn't get it. I should have. I kind of kicking myself that I didn't.
We'll go back.
I'm not even a Lord of the Rings fan, but
50
honestly,
50 Cent wing night on whatever day.
Yeah, 50 Cent wing night on Wednesdays, I think it was.
Would
Sunday?
I drive back there just for that? Yes, I would.
Right, great special. They also do grown up like juice pouches. So the cocktails come in these juice pouches. You put the straw on the top, and it was it was yummy.
And what do they have? The Jello with the.
Oh my God! I'm sorry. Like, listen, this is the most clever.
You'll geek out over shit like this.
But geeks will geek out about this thing. It's a gelatinous blob, so a gelatinous blob if you're familiar with D&D, and it was really just a perfect square of Jello, green Jello, with little white chocolate Lego men or skeletons inside of it with some whipped cream on the side. It's just Jello. It's just Jello with white chocolate.
Addie chiseled out the white chocolate.
Yeah,
and said, I don't really like Jello.
She ate all the whipped cream and chiseled out the white chocolate, guys, and was like, "I'm good."
Shocker.
But I just like stuff like that. That level of like thought, right? You know that they were just really having fun with it, and they're like, "This is a really fun dessert." It's the type of item that they were sitting around one day talking about the idea of what decades would be.
Yeah.
And it all came around this dumb Jello dessert, probably. And they built everything around that.
The service there was also 10 out of 10.
Service was top notch. And again, it's one of those situations like, I need people to understand that when we go out to eat and we're doing food collabs, I don't pay attention to the server when they're at our table. I pay attention to the servers when they're at other tables.
He was so good, though.
He was fantastic. Everybody that we interacted with was so amazing at every level of the facility there. But I watch how they interact with other people, and I'm watching like the bowling alley attendants and the lane servers and our server and the guys at the bar, and even I went over and watched the guys in the kitchen and the managers, and everybody there was giving every person in the building the same experience that we were receiving, and it's like night and day of that. This is still a small business operation, and they are giving high quality 5-star service.
Well, when you think about Frisco's, 10 out of 10 service. Decades, 10 out of 10 service. Square One Coffee, 10 out of 10. And then we stopped at Aura Little Cafe. Mm-hmm. And they were so sweet there too. And I'm like, this is why we support small businesses, because they actually fucking care. This
is why you should support small businesses.
Seriously. Like, it's very eye-opening.
For all the times that you get frustrated with the McDonald's drive-thru, for all the times that happens, and all the times that you've got to double check your order before you go somewhere, before you leave a drive-through.
You know, we're getting that K-pop Happy Meal this weekend. It's happening.
I feel like I should try it at some point.
We gotta get it. It's we should do a video. We should do a car video.
Yeah,
with the kids. It's a fun one.
Support small businesses.
Fuck the chains.
I will preach this to the day I die. Support the small businesses, because you will find the ones that are worth going back to over and over and over again.
Seriously.
That will welcome you with open arms when the corporate places, they don't give a crap about you. They just care about your money.
Why is it like that?
I don't know.
It's depressing.
It is.
I guess that's how we'll end it, though. That was a good little...
like a sad way to end it, but...
Wait, should I ask some fun questions? Like, what do we do?
What kind
of... Is that it? I didn't prepare. Well, tell them what we're doing tomorrow. Where are we going?
All right, so tomorrow, we are headed out to Indiana, PA. It's about 4.5 hours west of here. Really looking forward to it. The people that invited us out to check out their Airbnb facility, super nice family, local around here. This is one, I feel like we teased it on here and we never actually talked about it.
We didn't. No, you said this is coming, and then you never...
This is coming, and we never talked about it. So this was, you talk about a really great social media experience. Local family here. They run a company, Four Brothers Honey, and I love their honey. They have their local, is it an apiary? I always want to call it an apiary. They'll correct me is that where the bees are? So when you go to buy, like I buy their stuff at the farmers markets, and every bottle is labeled into like which township they got it from and what season they got it from. So like you can see the color differences. Again, amazing customer service. They have 4 boys, and they are the nicest young gentlemen I've ever met in my entire life.
They're all about the bees.
It's
so cute.
They know so much about this product, and it's funny, was I had connected with them even before I bought their product. We had talked about collabing, and it was like it was off season and all this kind of stuff. So we're like, yeah, sure, we'll catch up. And we, I've always supported their stuff. So I went out, I bought their stuff at the farmer's market. The one son, he was just like telling us about all this. He's like, look, it's darker, so it's this, and you could taste this, and you can do this.
Jamison honey.
He really did, and I love it. Jamison honey is like, boop, it's my favorite.
So great.
So we always support each other, and the Sarah, one of the owners, called us up one day and was like, hey, I saw that you guys did this Airbnb place out in Lancaster when we did the Red Run Resort. She's like, I didn't realize that was something you guys also did, which I really love the content. Would you guys be interested in doing this? We'd love to host you in Indiana. And we're like, yeah, why not? And we're like, oh, cool, like a cute little place. Like IUP is out there, Indiana University, Pennsylvania. I know that Jimmy Stewart is from Indiana, PA, so there's like a Jimmy Stewart museum. There's some cute little things, but it's very like, even though the university is there, it's still like a small town, very rural, very country.
We'll have to find a coffee spot.
So I think I have a couple lined up to check out. But we're like, oh, cute little Airbnb. She sends us the link. It has, what did I say, 15 beds? 2.5 bath, beautiful kitchen. There's a gym, there's a theater, there's a bar, there's just it's this gorgeous
wooden cabin.
Beautiful. They like host all these events and stuff there. So we're really looking forward to the sort of like retreat weekend to go out
in the middle of nowhere, it appears.
Yeah, so like I've got the drone charged up.
Oh, I can't wait.
We're gonna just chill and relax. I love the way the kitchen looks. Like it's beautiful. It's got this beautiful gas stove on the island. So I'm gonna try to get some really cool like food content while we're there. Initially we had talked about like lining up a bunch of restaurants and things. I think we're going to play that by ear, but I really want to like take this opportunity to cook a little bit while we're there because they have such a gorgeous kitchen, and it's a beautiful property. I can't wait to see it and just kind of like.
The kids are going to flip shit.
The kids are going to flip shit.
It's huge, and like there's only 4 of us. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
That'll be good. I found 3 random questions.
Oh boy.
And since we were talking about our children, these are 3 parenting questions.
Oh no.
Number 1, what's the most unhinged thing you've said or done just to get your kids to listen? I mean, I threatened to kill Addie's pups. I mean, they're stuffed animals, but just like shit like that literally makes no sense. But
like, I'm going to throw the pups away. And,
yeah.
No, like drop to her knees.
Yeah.
Type of like panic.
You can't really get Jason with any of that stuff anymore. Like he doesn't.
Nothing phases him.
He knows you're lying.
He's stonewalled now. It's tough. You got to crack that kid.
Yeah, but Addie, you could pretty much say anything's going in the trash, and she's done.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's unhinged, but
you take away dessert and stuff like that's always.
It'll get tears, like real tears.
Yeah.
What's a parenting rule you swore you'd never break, but absolutely do now?
Screens.
Oh, mine was fast food.
That's another, yeah.
I swore. I remember telling my mom my kids will never have McDonald's. Now I'm like a forward night a weeker. That's horrible. You said they weren't going to have screens. You thought that?
Yeah. Oh my God, over my leg.
What is that?
I think it's ice cream that your daughter dribbled on me tonight.
Yeah, I really swore no fast food.
Yeah. For me, I really I was like, no, we won't do screens. And then then I met Jason and I was like, oh, that's why we do screens. Got it. Got it.
I was talking to Marissa today because she's really going through it with the deployment and stuff. And I was like, I'm going to give you major props because your kids are both so little that just sucks so bad. I said, if this was me and I had Jason, he could go 48 hours without food and water if he had a screen in front of him. And he would never even know.
He doesn't. He just kind of like emerges and goes, my head hurts.
He's like, can I eat? You're like, you good?
Have some cookies.
If your kids described you to their teacher in 1 sentence, what would they say?
My daddy's weird.
My daddy says weird shit.
My daddy says weird shit.
I don't know what they would say about me.
Our children's perspective of us is very different, right? Because I do believe like Addie is so at her core very caring, very kind, very thoughtful.
Yes.
Jason is your typical 10-year-old boy with ADHD and autism. So he goes, they buy me stuff.
He's very surface level.
Yeah, it's very, very surface level.
Like if you say to him, like, what's your favorite part about your mom? He'd say she takes me to theme parks. Like he would pick something so basic where Addie might be like, it's not like an emotional
we get to
thing.
have these experiences together. They take us to these places where we have the experiences. So you kind of like have to put that together in your head. That's what he means.
Yeah.
I do believe that that's what he means, but like the way he projects it is always very surface level of like, they take me out to dinner. It's like his way of going, hey, they make sure that I have food in my stomach. And like, they buy me things. It's like, well, they make sure that there's clothes on my body and I have all the supplies that I need to live. At least that's what I want to think. No, and then at the same time, there's just a monkey clashing the cymbals in his head, just kind of doing this thing.
Mostly that, probably.
Whereas I do believe like Addie is
she's more sentimental.
She is very sentimental. She is a very emotionally sentimental 4-year-old.
I think if you asked her to describe me in one sentence, she would say, "I love mommy." Like she would just say something like that.
To be a curious one. We should try this in the car tomorrow.
Ask them one sentence.
That's what we need to do. That's going to be a what's for dessert, is us asking the kids questions in the car. God.
They don't have the attention span for it.
I think they will if we're driving. Like if we're driving and they know that we're filming it.
Yeah, true.
They might. I think either way it'll make for good content. Let's
do it. That'd be cute.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get to bed. We're done. We're toast.
I think we're gonna try. I want to add this because I was talking to Nicole, and we were talking about vlogging stuff because she has like the meta glasses and stuff like that. She's like, she's going away on a trip too.
Oh, I'm like, what? Like you can't just drive it like that. Sorry, we got to say hot Nicole.
Hot Nicole. Not that the other Nicole isn't hot.
She's Jersey Nicole.
She's Jersey Nicole.
We got to differentiate around here.
Because I met Jersey Nicole in Jersey.
Well, listen, you at least know their names. So they made it.
Check. They have made the list.
They have made the list. Hot Nicole and Jersey Nicole.
But we had to distinguish. And Jersey Nicole is Jersey Nicole and Hot Nicole is Hot Nicole.
Because she's hot.
She's hot. She knows it. It's like, she knows that I call her Hot Nicole.
That's fair. Jason gets a kick out of that.
Jason thinks it's hilarious.
Like that would be Jason's fun fact about you.
Yeah.
You think Nicole's hot.
You think Nicole's hot.
Thank you, Jason.
I do.
So she has meta glasses.
She has the meta glasses, but she's going away on a trip, and she was talking about like how like we were messaging each other about how like we always go in with this intent to sort of like vlog the experience and do some long form and all this, and then we just like we give up 10 minutes into it because we're like it's so hard and I forget and I just like I don't want to do it, but like I think I'm really going to try to commit to like doing a full vlog experience of our trip.
All right.
I'm going to try. I've got the room on my phone. Okay. I've got content that I need to like get edited.
Like right off the top of my head, Lauren, MC, she makes it look flawless. And she has all those kids and a baby. And she I'm just thinking about how while you're doing stuff around the house, you're putting the tripod in various areas. Like she does her cleanups and her...
Sam.
Oh, yeah. She vlogs like every 5 seconds.
Everything. I am so unbelievably impressed.
Yes, Sam.
Okay, so Sam does it. Yes. Marissa does it. Yep. Lauren MC does it. And you know who does a lot of like really detailed editing and filming, and I think is so incredible. I tell her this almost every other day now. Joanna.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
I literally have to like edit a meal that I ate, and I find myself struggling. And I watch these people that are like literally doing the vlog thing all day, every day. I'm like, how do you do that?
Sam does her days in real time, and I'm like, you have 3 young kids. How did you possibly film and edit this? And it's under 90 seconds. Like you made it look. I saw your whole day and you made it 90 seconds. Yeah. Where when I film all day, I'm then looking at the 3 hours of content going like,
well, I wonder if they scrutinize it the way that we do. It's the same reason like you will hand me the content and go,
fix this.
I need you to get this down to 90 seconds. Maybe. And I do the same thing to you where I'm like, I'm sitting at 4 minutes. I need you to get this down to 2
they just
at the most.
I guess, yeah.
Or they just get again, it's like you have to be comfortable taking just those like 1 second shots everywhere.
Yeah.
I know you just let the camera roll, and I think that's where it's harder for you to chunk it down.
Oh yeah, but you do too.
I do now too because you yell at me that I don't. But I used to do like the smaller clips. Now I've got to like search through my longer clips to find, because I'll film like 3 or 4 different plates in one clip, and then I'm like, all right, I got to find this one, and I got to find this one, and then I use this different lighting, and then I use this thing.
Yeah, but you would have like 20 clips of the same plate, and that's when I was like, I'm not helping you edit this. I quit.
It's harder to do food content.
I couldn't do it. I don't know how you did this morning with just Addie. I was stressed.
Addie was actually, I'm not going to say helpful, but
an angel, though.
She was very good.
Helpful would be ignoring, leaving you alone.
Helpful in the way that she was very well behaved.
That's good.
And yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we have time for tonight.
Make sure to do all the things. Keep doing all the things. Keep supporting us. Do all that stuff. I'm exhausted.
And yet we're leaving, but it'll be fun because I actually I know that we wanted to have stuff booked and it really got away from us, but like I'm happy we have nothing.
I'm liking going into this.
Like I'd be happy to bring a deck of cards and like just watch a movie.
Like I said, I want to cook some meals. I want to utilize the way that that's set up. I want to make some like fun. The kids are gonna play hide and
seek and shit. Like it's gonna be. So
I'm gonna make some like really fun cooking content.
They have a grill.
They have a grill.
Like that's gonna be so good.
Yeah, fire pit. I can't
wait.
We got marshmallows. Addie was asking. We got marshmallows.
We should.
We're going to get marshmallows, or do they have marshmallows there for us? Do we need to get marshmallows? We should get marshmallows.
This was at 10 o'clock on the way home tonight. They're going to flip. I can't wait to see them see the house. Because
that's going to be the content right there.
Right, their favorite thing is just exploring a hotel room. They think it's so cool. They're amused by just 2 beds.
They're like beds.
Yeah,
windows.
They get so hyped.
Doors. Wow.
You sometimes get hyped too, though. You were about to open the windows and go, "I am the king of Dutch Wonderland."
I will, well, because we had the suite that had the window right to the front highway.
Like, I'm just gonna get
naked and like all the people that were there, and I was like, I feel like I need a robe and a crown, but like with my balls hanging out, just be like, I am the king of Dutch Wonderland. Wow.
Hopefully, everyone appreciates that we're honest. And again, if you always want to ask us about literally anything, if you ask us about a restaurant we ate at, what? If you ask us about a restaurant, if you ask us about a theme park, any experience, we're always going to tell you. You just have to ask.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Absolutely.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
And as always, thanks for cooking.